Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Will, and we are here with some more Genshin Impact today, and we are going to be continuing the main story. Wrong one. That's events. Okay, so there's a new event, which is camera related. We're gonna skip it. I mean, it's camera related. It's going around taking photos. We're not gonna do that. We've already been exploring this area. I'll do that off stream. No, we're just gonna continue with the main story. It's literally in like the same exact location. I have been doing some grinding over in Samaru to level up the statue and whatnot and get sigils. It went a lot slower this time around. Basically, I have to farm to get the materials to make the oculi finder, so that I could just deploy that, find the general location of the next one, and then go and do it. Yeah, right now I have like roughly 40 that I need to find. So, not looking great there, especially since I can only make maybe 3 or 4 and then have to wait for the items I scavenge for to refresh. So it's gonna be a minute. Oh. Oh. Wait, what the fuck? What? Oh. That's okay. Why? Okay, that was weird. It was air current up, so I was assuming, you know, it was up somewhere. One of our rare L's at doing one of these. Boo. Yeah, we're gonna head over. I was hoping we'll just get to the courthouse almost immediately and figure out what the hell's going on with child. Oh, that was literally it. Damn it.
Tests appearing out of thin air? This needs research.
And yeah, I can't remember how many sigils we had for here. I think we just turned in some to the fountain, so we're probably pretty low.
Huh. According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find...
Alright, it's not that far out. And dive! We need to get some goldfish over here. Where are they? We need some healing goldfish. Ah, they're there. Zayaka is not doing the best.
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia.
Oh, so we're gonna be doing the meanwhile kind of situation.
Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Honestly, I feel like they're just like pointing at any foreigner at this point.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right?
Oh, fuck me. He's gonna do it and he's gonna lose. This person's gonna be
In
OP.
which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right?
And that's the massive flaw in their judicial system.
I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
Why are you here every time?
One of the Fatui harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Fuck. So we can actually select. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. We can actually select some people. I think it might be these two working together.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court.
God, this is gonna be like a long drawn out thing. What happens if I'm wrong?
Please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
Like, do I have to repeat the whole process if I'm wrong? Because if I am, I'm so
Mr.
fucked.
Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
I hate this fucking thing. Can literally any of them be the person? I wonder.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
Okay. Here's the thing though, the robots versus, like, the police officer I would think is the one that did it, because he has the best opportunity, but the whole, like, army of robots and them having their serial numbers scraped off thing, I don't know if he'd be able to do that. Everything else lines up with him though.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Or her. You don't know.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
I hate this. Yeah, there was pools of water, but it was raining.
Something's not right. Let me think for a little while longer. This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Okay, where does the water even come into this? No, I'm sorry, I meant over. Oh.
Something's not right.
Oh, okay, so these are the ones with the blue thing. I heard 2 shots.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin. pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Okay, the question is what were the clothes?
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Like, what was the costume? Was it like a maid outfit? Was it a suit? Was it a police uniform? Because that would drastically change perspective if the clothing left behind was a police uniform. It's just there's so many plot holes and stuff that I do not care for in these, where it's just like it's so vague, where it's like, yeah, I guess that could work, but then I also could see how you could stretch it to work for like the other people as well. You know what I mean?
That's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence.
Fucking hate the crowd.
But I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
Don't know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
Bro.
It's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Okay, I'm feeling like maybe there isn't one mastermind and that they are kind of doing the whole multiple choice thing that this game tends to do, where all of them are the correct answer. So they all had a part in it.
I was waiting for you to say that.
And boy, am I disappointed that child just took a complete back seat as soon as we showed up. Bait and switch, you son of a bitch. Okay, yeah. Based on that he wasn't there for the first disappearance, that means there's multiple people involved, which means probably one of the other people we talked to. In that way, I would lean more towards the police officer, possibly, but I can't remember what one of the other people are.
Here we go again, trying to crack. If Paimon,
This guy, I can't remember.
Paimon doesn't feel like he was lying to us.
He did not carry a gun.
You see, Navia called. How?
Or maybe the wife was somehow involved with the whole ploy. I can't remember if she said where she was during that night. Because maybe the wife was there with him. Wait, what? Already set up? Oh! It's because we're inside of a dungeon, I guess, now, technically. And they're giving us the last chance to do a party change. Actually, you know, I'm sorry. I had Bennett on. I want to try to use Bennett a bit more as a healer.
Adventure time.
He's just so weak.
My apologies. Yeah. Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Let me weave you a verse.
Verdict is... Ha! Ha!
Everybody stand back!
Whoa! The floor is going up!
I should have looked around the room.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Alright, hold on. Do a quick look. Not really much going on around here. Alright. Would have just been a singular platform. It didn't need to be that whole half crescent. There's nothing even really decorating over there. This is cool.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
It's probably underwater.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Ah, shit. I should have stayed underwater. Swims way faster when underwater.
Take flight! No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Witness the power of Gugwa! Time to act! Get out of here! Out of the way! Off we go! Get out of here! Out of the way!
Okay, I don't know why he can land that now. Before, whenever he did that final shot, he'd always get, like, knocked back. Due to his own, like, swing.
Time for retribution!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Whirling... Let me let my guard down. Body and mind.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Cool. Infinite Abyss.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Verdict is...
Everybody stand back! Sakura swirl! No, my sword! Time to... Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa! Take cover!
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia! What's all this? Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things! Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box! Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names? Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things, these names. That means... Oh, this is terrible!
Lucky that this was the right place.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved. Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before. How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case, Paimon will write it all down. Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress, ready to drink, stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's super obvious. Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water! That means this is where they make all the synth! And that special water is the main ingredient! If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human! Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence!
Alright, I think this is the last one.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes! Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him!
I feel like Paimon would work a lot better if she was a little bit more cartoonish with comedy. Like how she pulled out like the whole glasses and mustache thing when she was Detective Paimon. Like, if they did more bits like that, where she goes into, like, more of, like, these other characters throughout the different places, she'd be a better character. Like, she'd be funner to have around rather than just, you know, the flying thingy next to us.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him.
See?
He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Exactly. It's a whole group thing, so literally anyone I picked would probably have been the right answer, except for maybe the wife. I don't know. Maybe she's in on it, maybe she's not. She's the one I'm the most on the fence about.
They're all just so evil.
Evil!
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on.
But?
Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Nervalette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Alright, was that it, or is there still another corner? Okay, clothing. Oh wait, was that? Okay, that was examine bookshelf, alright. Detective.
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
After some time.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now. So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was... Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son? Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Well, all of it's crucial evidence. I don't know if there's really any... See, here's the thing, it's all crucial evidence, though. Like, maybe some is more.
The truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything! After your lover, Venier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you! You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache!
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Oh, he's just admitting it. Okay.
Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Venier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved, no matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
Probably.
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Venier. A promise. We made a promise. Venier. Venier! Please, Venier. Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is...
Oh my god, this guy is really breaking down. Okay.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result.
It happens.
Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life.
Okay, this is making me wonder if they would even let us select any of the other suspects, quote-unquote, at the beginning of this. Because I'm starting to think, like, they wouldn't have let us if seems to be, like, the only guy that possibly have done it.
To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all. The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Not the father.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to, so if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, It has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
What?
Hey, hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
Wait, so I'm not fully understanding then what the fuck your role is. If that has final say and you can't like somehow counter it for like a peer review kind of situation, then what the hell use are you, boy?
Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
He has to have an appeal. He's not going. He's gonna break it, isn't he? Or is he just gonna try to escape?
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Nice! Oh my god, this is fucking sick. They know how to do good action sequences. Right behind him. Needs to blast that fucker. Oh, he's doing the full transformation? Oh, this is not good for him. Ooh. I'm getting real Captain Kuchki vibes from this guy.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Interesting.
Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a red flag when you have a machine that like nobody knows how it works except for one other person. That is a massive fucking red flag, bro. She doesn't even know.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
No.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice? My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
God damn it.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty
Given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and
Oh,
bafflement,
god damn it.
was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
Is she really like the god that she says she is?
Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
Probably not.
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
Alright. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
Yeah, could she even really be the god of what she says she is if she's like that?
Plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Interesting. Wow, that was actually a lot shorter than I thought that was gonna be. Alright. I want to get up there and get that photo. Kodak moment.
Body and mind.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler...
Just start beating them with your nightstick.
Run away. Please, please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. Thank you.
I feel like they don't really know how the justice system works.
I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Shut the butt, buddy.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please, please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans? Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Okay, so he's it, right? With that sentence alone, it gives it away. He is the Archon. I think he's the real Archon. Or he's, at the very least, I don't think he's actually human. I think he may be the real Archon, and the other girl is, I don't know, maybe a lesser god or something that's just pretending. And they kind of got that deal going where it's like, oh, these people want to have like a... always want to talk to the Archon and whatnot, and he just wants to be left alone, so he lets someone else play the role. That's what my guess is. But again, like, he could also be something else. He could be like a water dragon in human form or something. Who knows?
Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
Yeah, he is very strong too, so that also adds to the... possibly he's the Archon.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Plus, there's the whole thing of, like... who knows how long this guy's been around? I can't remember if they ever mentioned how long he's been the Chief Justice. Alright, let's go upstairs first. So I feel like timelines for certain people are like purposely vague until it needs to be like an important thing, and then they'll tell you. Did it. It drives me crazy. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure there's a gallery somewhere that shows all the photos that we've taken from all the different places. And it also has like all the spots that we're still missing as well. Can't remember where it's located. Oh hey, the next beat gives us some of the thing that allows Main Boy to get his constellation boosted up. Maybe it's under archives. Okay, let's try archives. We don't not go in here that often. Equipment, materials, geography, would it be? It's there. Okay, geography is where it's at. So I'm still missing 2 from Monster. I should really go through and get the rest of these. Oh shit, I have all of them from Leeway and the Crevice. That's crazy, I'm still missing some from Mondstadt since that's where I spend most of my time. Same with Inazuma? What the fuck? Okay, and then I'm missing quite a few from here, which isn't surprising. Sumeru, including all the desert expansions, is by far the largest. And then Fontaine. Ooh, we just got the final one. Alright. Yeah, I should look up the final few that we need. And what's in travel logs? Really? I miss Dane. When's he coming back in? Oh, and this shows all of this too? God, we've done so much. Okay, it's right outside. Let's go inventory. Let's see how many sigils do we even have. Oh yeah.
Time to act. Body and mind.
Alright, cool. Good to know. Whoop. I don't know if there's an achievement to get all the photos. I don't think there are. But yeah, I was expecting like a full 2 hours of us being in the courthouse again.
Time to act.
Is this the place? You said she's here, But what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache.
Ah!
Fuck, did you not notice? Right.
So you heard it too!
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache.
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vignier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
It's like she's like, ooh, yeah, I was gonna break up with you. We're not really feeling this. You're a little too clingy. Sorry.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks.
By the way, thanks for visiting her, dick.
Your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea.
Also brings up a lot of questions in terms of what's the creation myth of this world supposed to be? Because like every civilization on Earth has a creation myth, or has their own version of the creation myth, but we haven't really heard what it is for here when it comes to humans. And this suggests that there were actually multiple people that created humans. Possibly. I mean, like, why else would there be like just this group of people gets affected by this water in this way?
I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
Boom.
You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vigniere's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vigniere's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her, please! Have mercy!
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vigniere. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Yeah, I think the judge knew this was just gonna happen.
Vache! 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 Drown.
This actually took a lot darker turn, and I'm digging it. It's like, yes, good. Revenge! By the way, I haven't been able to talk a lot since there's been just like a lot of story going on, but there's been some Nintendo stream that happened today, as well as a PlayStation stream that happened today that we should talk about at some point today.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia.
Someone who puts bacon first.
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Sen. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago. Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarande out for a meal.
Oh, are you you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clorinde gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great! Paimon also thought Clorinde wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave, and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him, to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too! We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now. This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be...
Hmm?
Isn't that Neuvillette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong.
Okay, that's kind of that's such a stupid reason. People throw away their lives all the time. Though, especially in this, like, over-the-top anime-ish world.
If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to
I mean,
this
that's like a drama staple.
Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callus in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there? Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad. Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this, since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor. Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler? I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the Opera Epiclese. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
Huh? But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I've been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Alright, let's see.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Lenny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Does it say Farina or does it say the Water Archon? I can't remember what the specific wording of it was. And now I'm kind of on the fence about it because he said something earlier that made me think, oh, maybe he's the Archon and they're doing like a swap thing. But now I'm thinking, no, maybe he's just not good with people.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
Oh, so maybe the previous Hydro Archon built the machine, but she didn't get to reveal it until after she passed, so the new Archon got the whole flash and pizzazz.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs.
Vigilance is key.
Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
Okay, now I'm kind of thinking he's probably a water dragon or something. I don't know, I just get the vibe that he's not human. I just don't know what.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Honestly, that's kind of it. I know there's still one more option, but Motor of Sea just isn't that interesting to me. But I guess we have to do all of them.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea. But what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vache and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Very
Okay,
well.
so you do have to go through all of them.
It's my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. You've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Complete! Alright, let's see. Is that the end for this part so far? In that we have to wait for the next update? Hey, we got one of those. One of those. Alright.
My apologies. Animal test 6308.
Alright, now that we're out in the open, we can talk about some of the streams that happened today. There was one for Nintendo, which not too much happened there that I was super interested in. They did show off a lot of RPGs though, which are pretty dope. Hold on, let's just get through this and I can pull up the list. They showed off Mario RPG a little bit more. They showed off the new Peach game, which, you know, it looks like a standard, like, modern, I don't know, like a Kirby-esque, and a, Yoshi, Jesus, fuck, could not think of the name. Like, you know, a Yoshi or a Kirby kind of game where it's like, it seems pretty basic. Costume changes and whatnot are involved in it, so she gets different abilities. That's kind of interesting. What else was there? Yeah, there was like a few RPGs that looked pretty dope. There was one where you could literally have, like, you have like a literal options of like hundreds of like 100 different like characters to play from or to have on your team. Let's see here. Where is it? It happened just earlier today. Oh yeah, they also showed off the Sora amiibo, which is going to be a thing, which I'm not really into collecting those, but it's Sora, so maybe I'll get it. We'll see. I would be surprised if it wasn't like immediately sold out after it showing up. Oh, Unicorn Overlord, which is made by Vanillaware, which is the same people that make like amazing games, like beautiful art. If you've never heard of Vanillaware, look them up. Their shit is always incredible looking. That's kind of like, I believe it's supposed to be a turn-based RPG. Saga Emerald Beyond. Saga is a series from I think the 90s, which is like a JRPG series, which they're coming back with a brand new one.
Bring the Knights of Favonius with you
Which that one looks definitely crazy. Eastward, which was a very interesting looking game. I have yet to play it. It's pixel art. It looks very beautiful. That's apparently getting DLC. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which just looks like the original on like Game Boy or like in the cabinets. It kind of looks like that old school one, but you know, brand new art style. Another Code, which was kind of like a mystery, a Japanese mystery game, where this girl's trying to find out some truths about her dead father, because she apparently gets a letter from him after he's passed. A remastered Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, where they redid the graphics. Oh, god damn it, why... The name of the one that I really wanted to talk about, I cannot even pronounce. Eiyuden Chronicles. Eiyuden. Eiyuden. That one seemed really cool. It's pixel art. It's kind of same thing as Octopath Traveler style almost. And yeah, that one apparently you have like out of 100 people you can pick for your party, and each person has like their own like motivation and backstory and stuff. So that one looks super dope. I definitely like to try that out. And then there were like a handful of other games there as well that I wasn't really vibing with. There was a big announcement on Cyberpunk 2077 getting a 2.0 update, which is supposed to be like a really big one for them. I didn't really look into that one particularly, unfortunately, but who knows. What else? Oh yeah, with the PlayStation stream that happened, there was a little bit of like the Ghostbuster game that's going to be coming out. Some more DLC and add-ons to the Resident Evil games. Honestly, it feels like we see Resident Evil almost at every single big games stream conference thing, but it's always like, here's DLC or here's a VR mode kind of thing. So they're doing VR mode with Resident Evil 4, and I believe it's also a DLC. There was, let's see what else. Obviously Spider-Man 2, they released like a minute plus kind of trailer thing talking about like, oh, you're gonna get a whole bunch of different kinds of suits from the comic books and all this stuff. Honkai Star Rail, we finally got a release date. Honkai Star Rail apparently is supposed to be coming out October 11th on PlayStation 5. So we are probably gonna take a break from Zelda that day to play Honkai Star Rail. Maybe we'll even take that that Wednesday and Thursday depending on how I vibe with it. So yeah, Spider-Man 2, Honkai Star Rail, and then the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth game. They showed off a 3-minute trailer for that, which looks super fucking dope, and cannot wait to play that sucker. Tales of Arise, apparently there was a trailer for that. Ghost Runner 2. Foam Star, which is a super forgettable game that nobody remembers, which was already announced. Which kind of looks... like not even mid, it's like below mid. And yeah, that's kind of it. There wasn't too much crazy stuff, but like I'd say pretty solid across the board, especially on Switch. Very solid RPG lineup coming. Oh yeah, oh my god, oh yeah, and I have not played this yet, but I know this is one of the ones that everyone loves. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, they're re-releasing it on Switch, and I think it's got like up-res graphics or something. It looks crisp and like beautiful. And I know that came out on like GameCube, and everyone's losing their mind that they're getting Mario RPG and Thousand Year Door, which is also kind of like a RPG-esque Mario game. So yeah, RPG fans eating really good on the Switch apparently coming up. Which a lot of them I am interested in playing. A lot of RPGs popping off recently. I don't know if it's just recently I've been in an RPG mood, that's why I've been noticing them, but it honestly just feels like a lot of RPG announcements recently.
Take flight.
It's just like good. I want like somewhat linear RPGs because like I like open world stuff, but it's like there's a limit. Sometimes I just want a simple, straightforward kind of game. You know what I mean? Wow, why are we finding so many chests here?
Today is a lucky day.
Alright, there's another chest over here. Well, let's do this first and see where this goes. Is that there? Another one there. Actually, I don't even know where we are specifically on the map.
Whirling snow.
Yeah, so that's like kind of all the news that happened today. Actually, like a lot of game news. I still need to retweet the trailers, so you know, links down below for my Twitter. I'm gonna be retweeting some of that stuff out after today's stream. All right, where is it? It's usually... Where are you? Little orby thingy that glows. You're somewhere nearby. You always are. But you're not all the way up top, are you? Oh, hello! Didn't even notice it on my map. Oh yeah. Oh wait, and another chest here.
Excellent.
And we should definitely go to Main Boy and add that piece to the constellation, just so I don't forget. Really? We can't get up there? How else are we supposed to get up there? Maybe if we're on the waterway and we glide over? Oh, okay, there's one over there. That seems kind of far away.
Time to act. Time to act.
Alright, and then over here on this one, it's right there. Alright, wow, okay. I'm usually used to them being like in the immediate area. Maybe it will unlock a wind current or something once we do these and open it up. Yeah, I don't see how else we could get up there. I don't even think if we took the waterway over there to jump off and glide, I don't think that it would even be high enough. Oi!
Let me weave you a verse.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
But yeah, the Spider-Man 2 stuff that they showed off, it was pretty basic. It was like, again, showing off some suits. I didn't really pay super close attention to the suits because I want them to be a surprise when it comes out.
Take flight.
But it was basically, yeah, you can swap between either Spider-Man. Some quests are specific to certain Spider-Man, so you have to be certain characters and stuff. It's kind of just like what a lot of people thought. Like, yeah, it's... the main focus was just like, you know, more suits, more abilities and stuff to power on. Different power-ups from there. How the fuck do we get up there? That ring blocks us. So there's got to be something somewhere nearby that allows us to rocket up there. Oh, I know where we are. Okay. There's another one right there. God damn, we're finding a bunch of them nearby. Wait, what? I hate when they do that, when they just trigger voice lines in the bottom corner. Bro. Okay, actually, I haven't really tried doing my ice form into a gradual vertical climb. I don't know if that's an actual thing, if you could maintain that going vertically. If it's like a gradual upshot. I'm trying to find like one of those slingshots. Alright, I don't know where it went to kind of... But there it is. Sealy. Yeah, we're near the ruins, so like right below us is that like underground pirate town with all the boats and whatnot. I call it the pirate town even though it's not, but you know what I mean. Got like the ships and whatnot underground. Spina de Rasula's home base. Alright, let's use this. Oh, not a thing? Damn it. Alright. Oh, wait, it's right there. Oh, after we did all of it. Oh my god, how did I just completely blindly miss it? Yeah, after we completed it, it must have spawned and... Ugh. Alright. Yeah, I think that's it for the main story for now. Yeah, but then we just have this quest kind of thing. Like I said, there's an event going on right now, except it's just like a photography event. So I'm not going to waste stream time on that. We're going to go and we're going to... I think we're going to take a break from here and we'll do the desert. We still need to finish it up. We have 2 different desert quests. We're going to try to make our way through there. Through those final 2, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully try to catch back up. We still have the Beto hangout quest. We still have the bunch of different endings that we need to get from her. And then once we complete the desert quests, we complete the Beto quests, I would like to do this one. This is the last one that we have from Inazuma. I'd like to do that. And then maybe we'd focus on some more of these guys. Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll just go down the line and do Goro next. What do we do? Oh, yeah. And then this one's still like way out, right? Yeah. All right. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I already did the dailies. Well, what can we do? Well, we do this, which is our second one. Yay. I really have not been using this at all, and I feel bad about it. Oh yeah, I got the level 10 card for Kale. I had her chilling in my Serena teapot, and I'm surprised I got her up to level 10 so quickly. As our friendship level.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can...
Alright, let's check our inventory. Okay, we only have 2, but we can go throw those in, and unfortunately we do not have enough, And we still have yet to find the bulletin board. What the frick? Okay, let me relook. What's this? Is this it? Okay, let's go there and check that out. Maybe I can't remember if that's the bulletin board symbol. Okay, hold on, let's check out. Yeah, that's bulletin board symbol. All right, we found it. Let's go check it out. Check it out. Before we work it out. Oh wait, actually we haven't even really found too many restaurants here to get unique foodstuffs. Yes. I demand wine and a charcuterie board. Stat. Holy shit. Yep, here we go. Booyah. Oof. Shit, some of this looks real good. Jam. Okay, so I think... No, there doesn't seem to be any unique food items here. In terms of like these. Jam, I don't really remember getting. That might be new, since we have so little of it. We got a shitload of money, so might as well spend some of it on these food things. Alright, nice. Got a bunch of new recipes here. Once again, I do wish they did something more with the cooking. I don't know, even if they did an event. They did an event with... what's her name? The girl with the fire bear and the spear. I can't remember her name. She was like one of the first characters in the game. Oba, go. Her. There was like a little event with her where we helped her cook once. It was like very base, not that great, but I really wish they would expand upon that and do some sort of cool cooking event. All right, here we go. You. Reputation level 2. Oh, do we already have it at level 2 just by accepting that, or no? Dang, alright. That should be a bigger chunk. Okay, we need to go and help more people before we unlock level 2, and then we can actually do stuff here. Let's see here. Rewards. What do we got? Ooh, the wings look really nice. I don't even really think much about the wings. Alright. Trap. Trap? I guess that helps us catch, like, flying, like, those little flying dudes. The card, some food. Ooh, wait. Ooh, oh my god, yes! Finally, they introduced something that basically makes Venti's ability completely useless now. Oh, and they're introducing cards. We have not done TCG in a long time. Ooh, there we go. Level 18. I mean, level 8, level 9 with the compass and whatnot, and then the wings at 10. All right. All right, sweet. So now we know where that is. And yeah, they have 2 new gadgets. One that allows us to catch... I'm assuming they're like those like butterfly things. Is that first one? Is that little trap? And then, of course, a brand new gadget which allows us to do, if I read it correctly, an updraft. Allows us to do an updraft. So Breath of the Wild, in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, one of his abilities he gets from the Divine Beasts is like literally just like a air current shoots you up. So I think they're just basically doing the same thing. All right. Okay, hold on. What time is it? I don't even... Oh yeah, we're like right at stream time for today. All right. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today. I'm gonna continue grinding a bit more. Yeah, we didn't get any Primo Gem from any of that, did we? No, we didn't. Ah, we're so close then. We're doing another 10 drop. We got 11 days. Okay. I will do the event that's going on right now with the camera off stream, so we'll get a bunch of Primo Gem for that, plus, you know, dailies. So we'll probably have... We'll definitely have enough to do at least 1 10 drop. I don't know. I don't foresee us being able to do another one past that on the main cards. We might be able to do one on these, but not on these. But it kind of sucks because it's like I was actually trying to go for the 5-star for once and try to hit it hard. We spent so much freaking Primo Gem this time. What were we up to? We were up to like 50 or 60. I can't remember where we ended at with our wishes. It's just like goddamn. But yeah, hopefully we can build up a bunch of Primo Gem in the meantime. I'm going to continue trying to grind Sumeru and try to open up more treasure chests, just to get more general Primo Gem and whatnot. But yeah, that is it for day 1108 of streaming in a row. Tomorrow we're going to be continuing Tears of the Kingdom. I'm mainly going to focus on opening up the map. That's always number one thing that I want to do with open world games where they have a limited map, is we try to open it up all the way. And yeah. And then of course this weekend we're going to be continuing Batman Arkham Knight, which we just started on last Sunday. And yeah, that is the plan for the next couple of days. So the next time we're going to be playing Genshin will be next Tuesday, which, like I said, we'll have more than enough to do at least 1 10 drop. We'll see. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming out and hanging out. Like always, links down below for my Twitter, as well as links over to my YouTube channel, where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived over there. And I will catch you all tomorrow with Legend of Zelda. If not, I'll see you guys back here on next Tuesday with some more Genshin Impact. See ya!